If you can talk about a place having a face, then for 5 generations, the people of Hueber-Breuer construction have made the face of Syracuse graceful and beautiful. From buildings that have stood for more than half a century to buildings that point the way to the future. Hueber-Breuer's own offices are tucked away on a side street just south of Syracuse University. As you go in, you see the 4 generations of Hubers and Brewers who founded and built this company. Jim Breuer is the 5th generation.
I can see that there was a definite commitment on behalf of my family to providing a quality service. There's a lot of talk about quality out there now in the business world, but I really think we've had a quality commitment to do a job right.
This is where doing the job right begins, in Hueber-Breuer's office. Jim Breuer knows these people well. Many of them have been employed by Hueber-Breuer for a decade or more. People like Lisa Weaver stay because in lots of little ways, the company takes care of its own.
They're very sensitive to your outside commitments outside the office. You know, being a working mother, I have a lot of those commitments, and they're just very sensitive to that. They understand that, and that's what makes you, want to come back here to work, to stay here.
And people stay because they work as a team, from the first drawing to the finished building.
Everybody's involved with the project. We all share in the success of the project and in the ribbon cutting, and have this ego that is fed when the ribbon is finally cut.
Odie Marshall has had his share of ribbon cuttings. Right now, he's the project manager for this renovation of St. Joseph's Hospital. Today, it's a skeleton of girders, but when it's done, St. Joe's will have new laboratories, new operating rooms, new places for babies to be born.
What I like about it is seeing a project or building arise out of nothing. There's a great deal of satisfaction there.
To complete a project like this, Hueber-Breuer does some of the work itself and oversees a network of subcontractors, specialists. It's a little like a dance, where the work must pass smoothly from worker to worker.
Tricky. We pride ourselves on being able to apply a lot of foresight to a project like this, to know that now is the time to ask the particular question for something that really needs to happen 6 months from now.
What you got to do, at least 2%.
Every day, Dave Bush makes this job happen. He's an example of Jim Breuer nursing talent. Dave started as a carpenter, moved up to foreman, and is now a superintendent.
He's trying to send a lot to school to learn different things. Very patient with the people as far as developing talent.
This project will go up quickly but carefully, for it is in the area of quality that Hueber-Breuer most distinguishes itself.
Quality is probably the most important element of any project we do, and if something isn't done right, either by ourselves or by a sub of ours, we take it down and we do it over.
You can see how Hueber-Breuer's commitment to projects pays off when you look at buildings like this one. The O'Brien and Gear companies had outgrown the office space they had on Buckley Road, so they decided to come here and build. This building was put up in something less than a year, and it is a showplace of quality. From this office, O'Brien and Gear does sophisticated design work and state-of-the-art testing of chemicals. It is a highly competitive business, from attracting customers to getting the best and brightest for employees. Company president Jack Loveland wanted a building that would be part of that attraction.
We wanted to create an environment for the people to work that would attract them to O'Brien and Gear.
What he got was a headquarters filled with light, from the atrium to the work areas. A building built right, from the way water runs down a stone to the way the edges fit in the front lobby.
See how the lines right here in the back come right back out through the cabinet work as well, so it just all blends, flows right in together.
And that's quality.
That's quality, then some.
It was a team effort. And when you talk about starting a building, getting the steel up in May, and having 175,000 finished square feet to move into in December, that's an incredible feat. That's about half the time it would normally take to build a building that size. Saved me $1 million in interest.
It is exhilarating, it's frustrating, it's aggravating, but most of all, it's very rewarding. It's nice to be able to bring a very good finished product to an owner when you know that the project you're working on at that time is the very most important part of their lives.
The office wall at Hueber-Breuer is filled with reminders of things the company has done for the community. But Hueber-Breuer's most lasting contribution is also its most visible. The buildings we see every day that have changed the face of Syracuse and continue to change it.
We don't want to be the biggest. We just want to do what we do and do it as well as we can and move on to the next project.
Hueber-Breuer Construction, the winner of the Greater Syracuse Chamber of Commerce 3rd Annual Business of the Year Award.